What is up, guys? Welcome back. Today I'm here making a sequel to a video I made like a year and a half ago, with a promise. I actually post this time. I'm not going to be posting as much as I want to, unfortunately, because I'm already busy enough. But I definitely do want to start posting on YouTube to kind of actually, do what I said I was going to do and post videos so that way people could come back and then also, post it for myself and see the progress that I've gone through over the years. So, I'm back, guys. Compared to my last one that I did, I think a lot has changed. I guess to quickly wrap it up, the most obvious one is, I made it in the program. I was accepted, and I'm actually here now, here in the graduate lounge, here in the School of Business building, which is pretty cool. Can't guarantee that all my videos will be here. Sometimes it gets a little bit loud and there's a lot of people and I can't really be too loud in here. But yeah, I would say that I made good on most of my goals compared to, or I guess most of what I was talking about in the last video, which I'm very thankful for. I wasn't able to fulfill all those goals, but for the most part, I think I hit the ones that matter. I think a little recap, I've been doing my studies and kind of learning a little bit more and having practical applications of the stuff that I was learning back then, and then also what I'm learning now. So I'm very glad to be working towards this degree, and I'm very thankful and grateful for the people that I've met. I've met so many people who are so different, and I took it for granted, but our cohort is incredibly nice and incredibly social. And at first I thought that's how it was, but after thinking about it, I'm like, wow, how what are the chances that everybody here is, for the most part, drama free, and we're all here to support each other. So shout out to that. Shout out to y'all. I've learned a lot about myself, and I've learned a lot from being here and having very diverse perspectives and experiences and upbringing. So it's been a pleasure. It's been so much fun. Other than that, I've also undergone some clubs, club leadership. I actually didn't end up making my own club, but it is what it is. I'm part of the student association here, so I think that one resonates a lot with me because I infer that club's main goal is to be a resource for the students and in any way that they can, that they're able to. So that's something I'm proud to be a vice president of. And then creatives in business, marketing director, I'm very happy to be a part of, because that's something more, I guess, more on the passion side, where it's like, wait, where, I guess they push, it's very easy to push kind of like finance and accounting and more managerial things, because I think that's I guess the whole point of this degree necessarily. And it was kind of the same way at UCSB, but I think it's cool to find people who want to start a community around more creative aspects of business, and in more creative industries. So I'm glad to be part of helping marketing that club and helping develop a resource that other creative graduate students will be looking for when they come here on campus. So that's something I'm happy to be. Both of those are things that I'm happy to be part of. I think that pretty much sums it up well. I still haven't gotten a job, but I'm working towards it, and there's not much I can speak on. Maybe I'm making another video on this, but I'm working on it. I'm working on that in the shadow. But yeah, that's a quick sum up. I think more talking about that, or I guess responding to that video. I didn't make all of those goals. The most obvious one is the brand. Unfortunately, that brand has been dead for quite a while, and I don't know if I have the time to pick it up, or honestly the effort, maybe even the drive. As it sucks to say, but it is what it is. That experience still taught me a lot, and it's not really a closed door necessarily. Excuse me. But it's something that I can't envision myself working towards at this moment in time. Maybe I talked about in the other video of talking about, like, okay, there's two ways that I could go about that brand, and I'm kind of pulling my hair out. It feels like almost being stuck into two different and somewhat opposite positions and trying to find an in-between, or trying to make, both work. And unfortunately, I don't think they will. I think I have to actually commit to one of them. But even then, that's something that I have to spend time and effort in really sitting down and researching and deciding. But there's always that door, so it's gonna stay open, or just the tiniest bit. Hopefully one day I can return, one day soon, because I think that's still a creative outlet or creative passion that I still have it within me. It's just, it's been a while, and I've been strained on time and money in pursuing that, or I guess restarting from, or picking up from where I left off. So if you guys see me drop something in the future, there you go. And if not, you guys know why. Maybe in the past near future, I'll come back to that. But yeah, that was one thing that I had to let go of, that kind of really sucks. But like I said, maybe I'll pick it back up. We'll see. I think other than that, the two most important things that I was happy about, because I recently watched the other video, and that's what inspired me to come back and finally make this video so I could start posting. Maybe every twice a month. That's what I'm shooting for. But in regards to that video, two of the most important things that I'm happy that I was able to change or fulfill in I guess in some way, excuse me, was being more extroverted. Holy moly, guys. I did not know that I was going to be this comfortable, or become this comfortable in talking to strangers, to who were strangers at first, and now they're friends, close friends, and people I love sharing conversations with, even if we don't know each other as well, or if we don't even talk that much. So I'm so happy that I'm working towards becoming an extrovert. There's still tendencies that I have in not talking to people, and I think that comes more with meeting friends of friends. I feel like it's kind of awkward, especially when I've been in spaces where I don't even talk to them, or if it's been a long time and they've seen the introverted side of myself, and now I'm kind of changing a little bit more extroverted. So that kind of messy gray area has been, I guess, a little bit funny to navigate around. But I've gotten a lot more comfortable talking to strangers, who are literally just random people, I guess, or talking to people. Oh, workers. I've gotten more comfortable with asking questions. Usually I'll try to just struggle to find things in myself, but if there's somebody who can help me out when I'm not able to help myself, then I'll be like, hey, do you know what aisle I can find blank 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 and so forth on, or in school, it's like, hey, do you know if I can get through? So I think I'm very glad that I'm getting more, or I guess being more social, but also being able to talk to other people, compared to how I was before, where I wouldn't even before I wouldn't even talk to people whatsoever. Then kind of undergrad, I got more used to the idea where it's like, I'm down for the conversation, I'm just not going to initiate it. Now I'm willing to initiate it. So I'm excited to see where that goes, where that train of thinking goes from there. The second thing would probably be getting more comfortable with who I am, or finding out what I love to do, and it kind of goes hand in hand with being more social or more extroverted, as I realized that I don't think there's any point in time of my life where I felt more comfortable with the person I am today, or at least know kind of what I like to do or what I envision myself doing, which is pretty cool to say, low key. I remember thinking in I think it was one of my high school classes where they talked about different stages of life. And one of those stages was this kind of period of time. I don't know if it was by age, 18 to early 20s, late 20s even, or if it was by going the transition from high school to college, where it's this period people don't, and it was talking about the slide was this period of time people don't understand themselves, and they're questioning everything around them. And I remember being in that classroom and be like, that is the stupidest, that's the stupidest shit ever. How could you not understand you're your own person, you're yourself, how can you not know what you want? Wow. What a humbling experience. Now I understand that completely. I feel like I've changed so much in the way that I talk, the stuff that I wear, I guess, the likes and dislikes that I have. So yeah, and then now I'm understanding that. So it's been a wild ride, but and it's something, it sucks a lot because I wish I could have found out more about myself a lot sooner. just because I had more opportunities. I had a bunch of opportunities at UCSB that I just did not take advantage of, and only now that I realize that, and I'm trying to make amends, kind of, and I guess not make the same mistakes now that I'm back in school here at UCR. But it's been cool. It's been cool to find out, hey, I really love this, and I guess tying it back to being more extroverted, being more social, is the idea where like what you like and you're gonna love it regardless. If somebody doesn't fuck with you liking that, it is what it is. Like, who am I to say, if I like playing the guitar and you don't like me playing the guitar, it's my life, not yours. And it works almost the same way. It's like, how am I gonna be afraid of people caring about how I play guitar? It's my life. Why would I try to live it for someone else? And we only get one, so come on. I feel like any day, accidents could happen, so you might as well enjoy the moment and be proud of what you love, and it's your life. Live it like it's like the last day, almost, kind of. So it's been really cool to find out, like, hey, I love playing guitar, and I guess even going a little bit further with that example, I used to be subconscious about playing in front of others. And honestly, even practicing in the dorm room at UCSB, I would really only practice at home, and just because I was afraid of somebody coming up to me like, oh my god, you play guitar, and I'm like, bro, I mean, I know how to play enough, I'm a beginner, and they're probably thinking that like I'm intermediate or like expert, or getting called out by somebody who's better than me, and they're like, oh yeah, and they're like internally thinking, they're like, oh yeah, this guy fucking sucks. Whereas here now, I carry that thing, I try to carry it wherever I can because I love playing it and I want to find the time to play it, so I'm going to carry it. So that way I'm decreasing the friction in me playing or I guess practicing guitar. And then, if somebody else comes up and, thinks I'm good, then I'm going to be honest, be like, yeah, I've been playing. I've been playing for like a year now. Been trying to be consistent, but yeah, I love practicing. I don't think I'm going to be the best guitarist in the world, but it's something that I love to do, and I don't care, people judge me. The same thing if I find somebody who plays better than me, which I have, at that point it's more like, damn, dude, like, give me some tips, bro. Like, help me out. I mean, I want to get to that point. What are some tips that you can give me? Or, I've even had some people say that like, oh, that's really cool where you're at, and, give it more practice and you'll be able to get better. And shout out to those real people. But yeah, it's been pretty cool. I think those two things. Recently and unfortunately, I kind of feel like the DJ Khaled suffering from success like meme, or I guess album cover, because I find myself in situations where I am limited on my time, and unfortunately I want to conquer the world. I want to do everything and anything that I would love to do and that I can do for an impact that goes beyond my circumstance or my life, I guess. And it fucking sucks because, I only have so much time. I only have so much effort. I'm only one guy. And I think that has been plaguing my mind for the past 2 days, and it's been so annoying because I think I got sick from it. Like, I actually got sick. Like, I woke up like terrible. I've been feeling terrible. Like, I'm coming down with a fever, but I'm not like I'm fine now. And part of it is thanks to Dayquil, but yeah, I think I feel like Zuko low-key when he had when he got super sick, because he was like finding it within him, and he was like, oh, maybe I don't want to be bad. Maybe I'm doing something that I don't want to do, that I thought I wanted to do because somebody else was telling me. But now that I'm thinking about it, I want to do something else. So shout out Avatar. Avatar: The Last Airbender Peak was always had lessons, was taking us to school before we even knew it. But I feel myself in that position where it's like, damn, I'm at the beginning of the program, I didn't think that I'd be in, I was always reaching for things that I wanted to get, but low-key without the expectation that I'd actually be able to grab them, because at the end of the day, I was going to love it. If I play guitar and if I suck at it, or I don't get to the point where, I am, I guess it sucks. I would love to play really good, but at the end of the day, I practice because I love practicing. I don't practice because I want to be the best guitarist in the world. So it's kind of like, I guess that kind of thinking where, I became vice president, I became marketing director, and, I'm like, yeah, I'm all for it. I mean, like, I don't have a job right now, and I don't think I'm going to get a job until later. So let's do it, because I don't envision, I'm gonna work towards those jobs, but I don't envision immediate success right now at this moment. Um, and then kind of the same thing with the Chicano student program. I applied to be their graduate student coordinator, and it's the same thing where it's like, yeah, put me on there. I'm so down, and I was willing to do it unpaid too. And now come to find out when I'm actually applying, it's a paid position. And it's like, I was willing to do this for free because that's something that I want to do. I wasn't expecting it to be paid, nor was expecting to be hired. Because I'm doing stuff because I want to do it, not because I'm expecting for stuff to happen. I don't know if that's a good way to put it. But that's how I'm feeling. And then now that I have that I'm doing my Instagram. I forgot to mention that. I guess that's good. I've been posting on Instagram, not on YouTube, but Instagram. I've been getting better at finding what kind of content I want to post and what kind of Instagram profile I want to have, and that also came with being more comfortable at what I want to, who I think I am, and what I think I like at the moment, and being more comfortable about being like, yeah, that's what I like, and if you don't like it, kick rocks, and if you do like it, like, yeah, let's connect. You like playing guitar, let's play guitar together. If you're all for education, you want to help out the students, then let's find a way where we could both do it, make it easier for both of ourselves. But yeah, Instagram's been going well. Maybe I'll make another video for that. Actually, you know what? Scratch that. That actually ties into this, where I'm also doing the Instagram. I'm actually finding kind of minor successes, in doing so. Where it's like, wait, low-key, to me, it's I'm a guy who just likes doing what he loves to do, and I guess posting it on Instagram for himself, so that way, he can come back. Kind of as a time capsule, in which I'll do with YouTube as well, but also just to post on Instagram. So I like posting on Instagram, I find it interesting, and in doing so, I guess other people have an impression of me where it's like, whoa, like, you're really good at what you do. Maybe not an expert, but like, wow, this is really cool, like, I would totally recommend you to do this. It's the same kind of thing where I wasn't reaching for those minor successes, but they've happened. It's like, whoa, like I'm almost suffering from success here. I'm invited to rooms where I feel so out of place, where I feel like, wait, why am I here? Like, I'm just the guy who likes posting. I'm in here with like seasoned professionals who are looking to build something that in the industry or in a space that I have no prior knowledge of, and I'm thinking they expect so much from me. So it's getting used to that. I think it's actually a funny callback to the beginning of fall quarter, where I first came in, and I was doing a little bit of Instagram posting and whatnot, and I remember talking to a lot of people and having the same kind of reoccurring situation where people would be like, hey, no, nice to meet you. Oh, you're Marvin. And I'm like, what do you mean you're Marvin, bro? Like, and it felt weird at a time, and oh, it's so awkward, because I know I like had an awkward laugh, or just how I responded was awkward, just because, it's something I was never used to. Like, I seriously, like, the first like 3 weeks, I've had a good amount of people be like, oh, so you're Marvin. I'm like, oh, I've heard about you. And I just did not know how to respond, because that's something I wasn't used to. And now, now I'm used to that. Now I'm completely fine. Like, oh, you're from the Traditions Keeper. I'm like, yes, dude, you seen my videos? Oh, you like that? That's cool. It's like like, let me get my food and watch the Traditions kind of moment. Like, oh, that's so cool. Like, shout out to you for, it's cool to hear, heartwarming to hear that you like the content, because that's something that, I do for myself. And at the end of the day, if it could benefit somebody else other than me, I'm all for it. That's so cool. I'm glad you liked them. That's cool. So yeah, that's the beginning. And then now it's kind of getting more to the point where it's like, oh, now it's going from like, oh, you're Marvin, to the like, I'm invited to these spaces. And I guess, the same mentality or the same thing could be said there, where it's like, if I keep getting invited into these spaces more and more, at that point, there has to be a reason, whether I know it or not. It's like, okay, at some point, there has to be some point where I'm like, where I don't feel as uncomfortable, because, if I wasn't supposed to be there, I wouldn't have found myself in these many rooms, these many opportunities, as I should have. So yeah, I'm suffering from success almost, I guess, with those minor wins, minor connections that kind of get me into spaces where I didn't think I'd be, or into opportunities that I love, and I'm glad, because I didn't necessarily shoot for it, but I know it's something that was in the back of my mind. That's really cool to be part of. So yeah, I'm keeping things a little bit vague, just because I don't want to You know, there's some stuff that is in the works that I can't speak on too much of, other than the stuff that's posted. So yeah, I guess I was alluding to being posted or being on the UCR official page has been pretty cool. Been pretty cool to be part of that, and that's something that I love, and that necessarily I wanted to do. I wasn't, you know, I wasn't a specific goal that I was reaching towards, but it's good to know that in doing myself, in doing what I love, presented myself with the opportunity to do that as well. It's kind of like here, I'm a guy posting on Instagram, and I'm doing because what I love, and then other people recognize that and be like, hey, you want to be a part of this? I'm like, dude, I'm so glad you asked me that, because I was doing this on my own. I was doing this so that way, you know, I could post for myself, but also post, like, you know, if other people are looking for little fun things to do, traditions, or if it's more serious, like, hey, what are your thoughts on doing this as a major, or looking for advice. If there's any way that I can help my community and my students, then I'm all for it. So in you asking me to be part of this video, as silly as it can be or as serious as it can be, like, thank you for this opportunity, because that's something to do. That's an easier way for me to have impact that goes beyond myself, without, you know, with having however many followers the UCR page has. I only have like 400 followers, so big jump. I'm pretty sure they have like 15. They have to have like 30K minimum. So that's been pretty cool. But I think more on the drastic side has been the idea where I'm already busy with so many things, is I find myself with these two opportunities that, you know, one, I'm low-key kind of required to do. I guess, like, get an internship. That's what I have to do for my, to graduate with my MBA. It's part of the requirements of the program is to get an internship and then take a class about it. Excuse me. So that's huge. First of all, that's huge because, like I said before, I'm unemployed and I'm still unemployed. So that's something that I'm hoping will be fruitful for me and that I can land. But in also doing so, I found this other opportunity for doing TA, and it's like, man, well, I'm already stressed out on, like, regardless, at the end of the day, I'm taking that marketing internship. But I think more and more that I think about it, you know, I would love to be accepted for a TA position. Like, damn, I would love to teach. Like, I think I've been so sick because I'm realizing and kind of like beating myself up and overthinking and like I literally just can't get the thought out of my mind of being such a cool TA. Like, I would be, I mean, to me, it's just like a win-win, because it's me, it's like, I want to help. You know, I've been through the process already. I already did my undergrad. I had my fair share of TAs. And for me, at least, I have some idea of what I think would be a really cool TA and what to avoid as being a TA. And I think that for myself, I have an opportunity to do what I wanted to do just in general, is like help others or help my community. And I guess in this sense would be my students, you know, help out my students and being such a good TA, and then in any way further that I can take that role. So that's something that I'm very happy towards, knowing that that it'll help benefit them, but also help benefit me, because I think teaching is something that I might want to do one day. And this is the perfect opportunity, the perfect practice, perfect place to put on, or perfect point to put on my resume. Definitely put on my resume, because I don't have the most stellar resume, but it's something that I'm working towards. And yeah, I mean, just going back to the suffering from success, I never envisioned myself to have this many opportunities in reach. And, you know, I only have 2 hands, or I guess 10 fingers. You know, it's not like I have 15 fingers or 4 hands. I can't, unfortunately, I cannot grasp everything that's within reach. Maybe I can try my best. I don't know. Actually, I'm going to try my best, but it's like, I just can't give my 100 to everything. And that idea just kills me and makes me so mad and so sad at the same time. It makes me upset. Because I want to conquer the world. I want to do everything that I love to do and that I want to do. And it just sucks to accept the idea that I'm just not going to be able to put 100% in if I'm going to juggle 100 things. But I mean, like I said before, I'm going to give it my best shot. Should I actually find these opportunities, you know, if I, you know, because I could be saying all this and then get rejected and damn, oh well. Then I was yapping for, you know, too much, or I was overreacting, overthinking. But I'm gonna try my best not to. But I think that's one thing I've been realizing recently is how much I want to be, how badly I want to be TA, or how much I want to, you know, teach, I guess. It'd be pretty cool, and I would love to document that experience. But I'm pretty hopeful in both of those, in securing both of those roles. Definitely the marketing internship. Yeah, that's a non-negotiable. Like, I need that, and I will. Hopefully, I will get that. I'm like 90% sure I should be able to land that. Which comes with its own pressures. The same thing going back to rooms that I think that I'm in where I don't feel the most comfortable, or where I feel like a lot of people expect something out of me that I wouldn't expect out of myself. But I'm gonna give it my best shot at the end of the day. But yeah, I'm gonna have to navigate that and see where that takes me. I won't keep this video too long just because I know my other one was pretty short. And low-key, I don't know how. I feel like I have lost the ability to articulate my ideas or feelings in a very concise and very practical way that's very easy to understand. But I think that I cooked. I think I cooked in that last video. Like, I kept everything super short, or short enough and sweet enough that it's very easy to understand kind of the point I was making, and where I'm going with that process. I feel like this one might be a little bit more yapping, a little bit more rambling. But that's, currently where I'm at now. Just done with my first year of my MBA. I've learned a lot about myself, and I'm excited to keep learning more about myself. I'm also excited about the opportunities that I will undergo. And I'm very proud of myself for finding myself in reach of these opportunities, and for not biting the bullet. Is that what it is? For not letting myself make the same mistakes that I made in undergrad, and being comfortable with the uncomfortable. There you go. I would say, yeah, the first week was pretty uncomfortable. Then after that, it became more comfortable. Just a lot of dreading classes and a little here and there with a lot of things on campus. But I'm very happy at where I'm at now, and I'm excited to see what the next video looks like. There you go. But yeah, shout out y'all. Like I said, I'm gonna be posting every week. I'm gonna try to shoot for 2 videos a month. Hopefully, we'll see how that goes. Promise I'm back this time. I'm not gonna say that and then dip like I did the other last 3 times. But yeah, let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all been up to, low-key. If you have my number, shoot me a text or call me. I'll pick up if I can. If you don't have my number, you can always DM me on Instagram. If you don't have my Instagram, you could always just drop a comment down below, and I'll make sure I'll try my best to respond. It's actually connected to a Gmail that I don't really use that often or anymore. So I have to go through the process of revamping it or putting it on my phone since I switched phones. And same thing with the laptop, putting it on the laptop because I switched laptops recently. But that'll be all for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.